You can't just leave like this.
Please, we need to talk.
There's nothing to discuss.
It's not safe out there.
You don't understand. Wait.
The day the stranger arrived, my mother, the woman the world called the Iron Lady, forgot how to breathe. That might not sound like much until you understand who she was. My mother didn't panic. She didn't hesitate. She didn't lose control. Not in boardrooms. Not in billion-dollar negotiations. Not even when entire companies tried to destroy her. She was the kind of woman people studied and feared. But that evening, as rain slammed against the glass walls of our mansion and thunder rolled across the sky, I watched her hands tremble over a single piece of paper. A letter. No name. No address. No explanation. Just words she refused to let me see. She read it once, then again, then a third time. Like each reading made it more real, more dangerous. And in that moment, I realized something I had never considered before. My mother's empire wasn't built on truth. It was built on something buried. Something she had spent 30 years making sure would never come back. I just didn't know that it already had. The storm got worse around 9 p.m. The kind of storm that makes the world feel smaller, quieter, like something is about to happen. And then, the doorbell rang. That alone was strange. Nobody came to our house uninvited. Nobody even reached the gates without clearance. We had layers of security, cameras, guards, protocols. But somehow, this man had made it through all of it. I saw him first on the security screen, standing outside in the rain. Still, waiting, not nervous, not desperate, just certain. The guards called my mother. I expected her to dismiss him immediately. Instead, she went silent for a long time, long enough to make the room feel heavy. Then she said something that didn't make sense. Let him in. The gates opened, and with them something else did too. Something we couldn't close again. He walked up the long driveway slowly, rain soaking through his coat, his shoes leaving faint marks on the polished floors when he stepped inside. Everything about him felt wrong in that space. Like he didn't belong, but at the same time, like he had every right to be there. He didn't greet anyone, didn't look around, didn't react to the luxury. He only looked at my mother, and when he spoke, it was calm, controlled, and devastating. Tell her the clock stopped. I didn't understand it, but my mother did, because in that instant, she broke, her face drained to color, her lips parted slightly, and for the first time in my life, I saw fear in her eyes. Real fear. I thought you were dead, she whispered. His name was Elias, but that wasn't important. Not really, because he wasn't the story. He was the beginning of it. That night, everything shifted. The house felt different, quieter, heavier, like something invisible had taken over the space. My mother canceled her meetings, ignored her calls, locked herself away with him for hours. Their voices rose and fell and disappeared into silence, but not completely, because some words slipped through. You promised. There was no other way. You left him. That one stayed with me. Left him. Who? And why did it sound like something that wasn't supposed to be remembered? I didn't sleep that night. I couldn't, because something inside me already knew. Whatever my mother was hiding, it had something to do with me. Around 2 a.m., I went into her office, a place no one entered without permission. But that night, permission didn't matter. The safe was hidden behind a painting. I had seen her open it once, years ago. I remembered the sequence. My hand shook slightly as I tried it. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, click, the door opened. Inside, there was no money, no jewelry, no valuables, just a past she had tried to forget. Files, old documents, photographs that looked older than the life I knew. And then, a hospital bracelet, small, faded, fragile. I picked it up carefully, and when I read it, everything inside me stopped. Mail. The documents told a story I was never meant to know. Before the empire, before the wealth, my mother had nothing. No connections, no safety, just intelligence and desperation. She lived in a small town far from everything she would later become. And then she got pregnant, young, alone, and unprepared. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part was what came next. Complications, severe, life-threatening. The doctors were clear. If the pregnancy continued, there was a high chance she wouldn't survive. But she didn't walk away. She stayed. She fought. And then, another complication. Twins, 2 heartbeats, 2 lives, and suddenly, an impossible choice. The reports were detailed. Cold, clinical, unforgiving. She couldn't save both. If she tried, she could lose everything. Both children and herself. The doctors advised a decision. 1 child to prioritize. 1 child to let go. Even now reading it, it didn't feel real. How do you choose between 2 lives? How do you decide who gets to exist and who doesn't? But decision was made. 1 child stayed. The other was transferred. No further contact requested. No records maintained. No connection allowed. Erased. Just like that. 3 days later, he came, and everything I thought I understood collapsed. I knew the moment I saw him, not because someone told me, but because something in me recognized him. Same eyes, same features, same presence, but everything else, different. He carried himself like someone who had fought for everything he had, like someone who didn't expect anything to be given. He looked at me for a long moment, then said quietly, "So, this is the life she chose." My mother ran to him, stopped just short, said a name I had never heard. He flinched. "You don't get to call me that." Her voice broke. "I thought you were gone." "I was," he said, "just not the way you hoped." That moment, it wasn't anger. It wasn't even confrontation. It was something heavier. A lifetime of silence finally speaking. We sat together later. Tension filled every second. Then he said something I wasn't ready for. "You think she chose you?" I nodded, because of course she did. Didn't she? But my mother whispered, "No," and everything changed. The doctors chose. He continued. They said, 1 child had better odds. I felt my chest tighten. "You weren't chosen," he said. A pause. "You survived." That truth destroyed something inside me. I wasn't the reason she fought. I wasn't special. I was just the safer outcome. And him? He was the risk, the one she couldn't keep. "I tried to find you," she said, "for years." "But not enough," he replied. Days passed. Tension remained. If this story is speaking to something inside you, this channel was created for you. On Echoes of Wisdom, every story is told to leave you wiser than before. Subscribe and walk this journey with us. But something changed. Not anger, not conflict, something quieter, understanding, because the truth, no matter how painful, was still truth, and it needed to be faced. One evening, I found him alone. "Why did you come back?" I asked. He didn't answer immediately. Then finally, I wanted to see if she remembered me. A pause, and if I mattered at all. The real change came slowly, not through arguments, not through confrontation, but through time. Conversations that were long overdue, truths that were finally spoken, apologies that carried 30 years of weight. My mother changed, not the powerful woman the world knew, but the one we had never seen, the one who had lived with that decision every day. Regret doesn't disappear, but it softens, and forgiveness, even when it feels impossible, finds a way in. One night, she sat us both down, looked at us the same way, not as separate lives, but as something connected. "I didn't lose one of you," she said quietly. "I lost both in different ways." And for the first time, we listened. It happened quietly, almost too quietly. A brief illness, nothing dramatic, nothing expected, but enough. The woman who had controlled everything couldn't control this. In her final days, she wasn't a billionaire. She wasn't an iron lady. She was just a mother. She held our hands, both of us, together. "I was afraid," she admitted. afraid of losing everything. Her voice weakened, but in trying to protect it, a tear slipped down her face. I almost lost what mattered most. She looked at us, not separately, but as one. Take care of each other. She passed away peacefully. No headlines could capture that moment. No legacy could replace it. But something else remained. Not the empire, not the wealth, not the power. Us. Two lives that were never supposed to exist together. Now, finally connected, not by the past, but by choice. Because in the end, the secret that nearly destroyed everything brought us back to something simple, something real, something she had spent 30 years trying to protect. Without realizing, it was the only thing she never needed to hide. Stories end, but wisdom stays. If you believe stories can change the way we see life, welcome to Echoes of Wisdom. Subscribe, and let every story leave you better than it found you.